Pinax is an open-source platform built on the Django web framework. By integrating numerous reusable Django applications to take care of the things that many sites have in common, it lets you focus on what makes your site different. This summer, we have developed a source browser application for Pinax that allows Pinax users to integrate a reusable source browsing application into their projects. This screencast will walk you through some of the features of the application. This is a basic Pinax site. You can see an extra tab called Source Browser in the top right corner of the Welcome page. Clicking it, this tab will get you to the main page of the Source Browser application. A list of all repositories available in the current project is conveniently listed on the main page. The repositories can be predefined using the Django Manage application or using the Django Admin interface. The Source Browser can handle multiple repositories per project. It supports both local and remote repositories for Subversion and local Mercurial repositories. Let's take a closer look at one of the repositories. This is a root directory of the repository. When browsing a directory, you can see a list of items in it along with basic information about each of the items, including revision numbers and commit comments. Breadcrumbs are located at the top of the page. Breadcrumbs show the current location within the repository, as well as the revision number of the current directory. This becomes handy if you need to see the contents of a particular directory at a specific revision. If you put a revision number in the filter box and hit Go, the browser will show you the contents of the same directory but at a different revision. Notice how the breadcrumbs no longer display head next to the directory path anymore, but an earlier revision number. If you need a faster way of seeing what changes were made to a directory, you can take a look at the View History link at the top right corner of the page, which will take you to the log information for this directory. Let's see the difference between when we added more scenarios and we added initial results to our usability testing. I'm going to click the radio buttons for start and end of diff, and then click on the diff button. Because we were looking at a directory, when I click the diff button, we're seeing the diff for all of the files in the directory. As it turns out, usability testing result.txt was the only file that differed. Let's go back to the directory. When you click on a file name in the source browser, it will check if the file contains text or binary data. In the case of text, the file will be displayed with syntax highlighting enabled. If the file does not contain text, the application will let your browser decide how to handle it. For example, if you click the image file, the image will be displayed in your browser. Now this is what the text file looks like. It's not source, so it won't have any highlighting. Again, if we click on the history link, we can see how this particular file differed. When diffing a file, we highlight in green sections that were added and highlight in red selections that were deleted. When you're viewing a diff, you can click on Download Patch to generate a diff file, which you can then attach to a ticket and submit back upstream. And here I demonstrate clicking on a JPEG actually just shows you the JPEG, because that's what your browser is configured to do for that particular MIME type. Last but not least, you can download any file using the download button. The file will be downloaded at the revision shown in the breadcrumbs. So here I am clicking on 1888, the revision of the scenarios text that I want to download. Here is the contents of scenarios at this particular revision, and now I can click on the download link. It'll download at revision 1888. Thank you for watching this screencast. We hope you enjoyed it.